Right, hello, it's the Friday Talkie. Yeah, I've forgotten completely how to do this. Gotta be quick actually. Some of you will know that I didn't upload a Friday Talkie last week because I was having broadband issues. I mean, God, it's just one problem after another, but I'm not going to go on about that because things are kind of getting better. So, the broadband now is functioning. Turns out it was a corroded wire on the telegraph pole outside the house. I say it's functioning. Download speed is fine so I can watch videos again. Upload speed is half of what it used to be. So I'm trying to keep videos shorter. You'll have noticed with these TV Boy videos. Upload time is stupid. A 20-minute video will take 7 hours. So I'm trying not to do long videos for the time being. So yes, moving on rapidly. Tag response to HWC1218 Chuck, Equilibrium Gaming. He has done a tag. It's all about retro racing games. And he says, please show off your racing games collection. It can be any type of car racing. So I made up a list and I had to then take out all the motorbike racing games. But anyway, yeah, talk about your collection and explain your reasons why you have it in your collection. Okay, I have to do this a little bit differently and you will understand why. If I talk about why I have every single racing game in my collection, we will be here all year. Because racing games are my favourite genre and I have a lot of them. Now, first off, I did a video fairly recently. It was a different but similar tag, which was show us your favourite racing games. So, link to that somewhere. There's definitely going to be a link down there because I'm listing every game I'm going to mention. I may also put an annotation in here somewhere, possibly, if I remember. So that's my favourite racing games. But then, okay, I can't talk individually about all of these, but I'm going to list them and then there will be links to... These are all the racing games I've got that I've done videos of. So that's like Motocross on the TV Boy, Tokyo Bus Ride on the Dreamcast, Lotus Esprit Turbo Challenge on the Atari ST, Scars on the N64, Extreme G on the N64, F1 World Grand Prix on the N64, Diddy Kong Racing on the N64, Mario Kart 64 on the N64, Continent... God, this is going to go on. Should I read them all out or just let you look at the list? Now I'm going to let you look at the list. It's a long... That's a lot of games. And that isn't... Those aren't all of the racing games in my collection. Those are just all of the racing games in my collection that I've made videos of. I like racing games. That list... What I'm including there, some of them I maybe shouldn't be including because they're not strictly speaking cars like the Wipeout games, but I thought near enough. I'm not including top-down racers or isometric ones, so there's no, what is it, RC Pro-Am or whatever it is. It's got to be first or third person for me. Anything else and I'm like, I don't give a damn. Yeah, either in-car view or above and behind the car, so the track is, you know, ahead of you. I like that kind. What can I possibly say about racing games and why is it my favourite genre? I think, I mean, I've always liked it, that kind of thing. The very first one I played was an electromechanical thing where the road was a rolling drum and you had a plastic car that you moved from side to side with a steering wheel, and the other cars were just like completely flat bits of, well, they were painted onto the track, I think. It was rubbish, but I liked it. I found it exciting. And I have been into them ever since. Part of it is that I don't drive. And so it's as near as I can get to it, you know, the thrill of driving. That actually is going to be remedied fairly soon. The whole episode of Andrea being in hospital and being stranded in Manchester and having to get a cab to and from the hospital and everything a couple of weeks ago really brought home how bloody inconvenient it is that I don't drive, and it generates some really difficult situations that wouldn't arise if I did. So I am now about to start taking lessons. I'm just waiting for my updated license to arrive, my provisional, and I'll be taking lessons. And I have a car. I do now have a car. Obviously I can't drive it until I get my license, or I'll drive it on L plates with Andrea beside me, probably quivering in terror. I'll show. I was going to pick up the camera and walk through and show you the car through the window, but I'm not going to. I'm going to show it in another video on my other channel at some point. But it's a Fiat Seicento, 900cc. Doesn't go very fast. It's very small. It was dirt cheap. It probably won't last more than a couple of years, but that's all I need. You know, it's learn how to not kill yourself in something cheap that it won't matter if I dent it. Hopefully I won't dent it because it looks very nice. But anyway, there it is. Car racing games. Love them. Big, massive list. Too many to... I can't even say what it is I like or dislike about each one here because it would take too long. But they're all down there listed. And if you're watching this from some embedded page somewhere, well, click the do for link what's it to come to this page so you can see the list. Otherwise, none of this will mean very much to you. Anyway, moving on. I saw a very interesting video earlier this week by Lawnboy's Post 1975, where he asked the question, I can't remember exactly how he phrased it, intros, to have intros or not to have intros on your videos. Because some people were saying to him, why do you have an intro? You're not on TV, you don't need one. And I thought his answer was very interesting, and I agreed with what he said. But I shall say what I think on the subject. Intros. You see, I have an intro, and it serves a purpose. Apart from, like Dave said, it's putting your own mark on your videos. There is that side of it. For me as well, my reason is the words that I say in the intro. Because I used to say this before I had an intro. I would say it's not a walkthrough, playthrough, review, anything like that. It's just me playing the game badly so you can see what it looks like. And I was saying that live, well, you know, whilst recording each video. And it got to be a pain in the arse. And it's, you know, various people said, well, why don't you just do an intro and have that in it? And initially I was like, yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm not into the whole intro thing. But eventually it just got so bloody annoying having to say that I thought, yeah, sod it, I will. And it kind of, I try and let the intro demonstrate what the channel is about. You do see me playing badly, whilst also seeing stuff that's in my collection. So it's kind of a promo. It's an explanation. It says this is what this channel's about, and I know that all of you who watch this channel on a regular basis know what I'm about. But there are lots of people who come along who have never watched one of my videos and will be like, what the hell's this guy doing? And it's all explained, it's all there in the intro, assuming they pay attention to it. And some people do and some people don't. But that's why I have one. Do I like intros in general? Sometimes yes, and sometimes no. And I think a lot of that is down to how much effort does it look like has been put into it? Is it saying something about that person, or is it just a load of bits of gameplay footage that have been stuck together with some music and that's it? I don't honestly think a lot of that type, and I see quite a lot of them. Especially when they go on for a minute or even 30 seconds, I'm like, I don't want to watch all of this. And I've never actually stopped watching a channel or a video because I just couldn't get past the intro. But I think a lot of people have seen the Angry Video Game Nerd and his uber long intro that just goes on forever and think that's how it should be done. And no, not. It's not good. Keep them short. That's my view, and I mean it's an opinion, and you can ignore it at your leisure because it doesn't matter. You know, my personal preference is the shorter they are, the better. I would make mine even shorter, except it does have a message that needs to be conveyed, which sets a certain length. And also my music, if can't set it too short, otherwise it just makes the music not work. but about, I think 17 seconds I got it down to, something like that, which seemed to me to be the optimum for my intro, but I don't know, other people's, whatever. But there you go, that is my view. I think they're good, but they need to be done right, and they can be very, very detrimental if done badly and made impersonal, made generic, made too long. Yes, that's my view. But at the end of the day, it's your channel. Do what the bloody hell you like. And if anyone says, I don't like your intro, tell them, piss off. Would I walk into your house and tell you, I don't like your wallpaper, get rid of it? No. You don't have to put up with that. So, there's that. Trying still to be quick and brief and stuff. I do have a shout out. Where's he gone? There he is. Turning this round. Today's shout out is The Armchair Empire. Mr. Nash. That's as near as I can get to knowing what his name is. He's Canadian, if I don't mistake the accent, and that is all that I know about him. He's been commenting on my channel for a little while, so I went and took a look at his channel, and I like it. He does videos on whatever he feels like, really. Video games, obviously, and you know, they can be old stuff, they can be more recent stuff. It's just whatever he feels like, and he does a commentary or review or talks about stuff, and I find him, he's got a good flow. You know how you can sometimes watch a channel and you know they've got things to say, but there are long gaps or whatever, and they don't flow. This guy flows, and you can just sit back and watch and listen and not sit there thinking, come on, get on with it. There's none of that. It flows, and it's interesting and intelligent. So you might learn something, you might not, but you will be interested in his opinion and what he's got to say. I mean, frankly, it beats me why people watch my stuff half the time, because I sit there and blather a whole load of nonsense that doesn't mean anything. But if you watch these, you will find them meaningful. And I like that kind of thing. So that is The Armchair Empire. Highly recommended. Check him out, see what you think. If you like what he's doing, subscribe, because that's what it's all about. He's on 98 subscribers at the moment. How long has he been going for? Let's have a look. Does it tell us that anymore? Oh, don't do that. We don't want to get done for copyright. I don't know when he started. Can't see. Doesn't say. Anyway, there's that. The Armchair Empire. Link down there somewhere. Swinging this around. Whoops, I was upside down then. That was good. Wow, look at that. I had a haircut and now I just receding hairline. God. Feeling old. Closing comments. What have I got coming up? More TV Boy. Really? I'm enjoying doing it. They're quick. They're easy. I will be getting back into the joystick of the day and system overviews as well. I kind of had to ease myself back into the whole thing, and just doing gameplays was easier. Yeah, so more of the same, really. Lots of TV. I've got tons of TV Boy stuff coming in, and I'm enjoying them. They're probably boring some people. I know views on them aren't great, and there is always, with that kind of thing, going to be an element of, what's this old shite? We don't want to watch this. Well, sorry about that, but I'm just going to be churning them out, because they're the kind of game that lends themselves to a quick play, and with my bandwidth issues, quick matters at the moment. I'm hoping it'll get faster. See how it goes. It's about all I've got to tell you. I didn't ever get round to doing that video describing like the week in Manchester and whatnot. I may still do that, but it's kind of, the moment may have passed, so I may not do that video. Anything else? I don't think so. I think I'm done. Okay, thank you for watching.